Hey, Rob64 here for another edition of Near Mint Condition Gaming Edition, where today is part 2 of our Not-E3. You can cover this my E3 shirt. Technology allows us to still connect. And what would a gaming publisher be if they weren't able to connect to us and tell us what things to buy? This time we're going to talk about Devolver Digital, talk about limited run games, and we're going to talk about Google Stadia, don't laugh, and the Ubisoft Forward event, and a Nintendo Direct! Nope, just a Nintendo Direct Mini. Let's jump right into it. CD Projekt Red got a chance to show off Cyberpunk 2077. I have to tell you. So this is, and remember, Cyberpunk is not a first-person shooter. This is a first-person role-playing game. So think Witcher, but closer. And the detail, the graphics, the presentation, the storyline, it looks absolutely stunning. I can't believe it's going to be something that we're going to finally be able to play this year. Now this is supposed to come out like in the spring, and this is supposed to come out in the summer, and then it's supposed to come out in the early fall. Now it is slated back to November, but it's fine. It's definitely going to be also a next-gen generation game. And I can't believe it. The current generation, it looks as good as it does. Voice acting, presentation. There's a rewind system where you can hear stories and interpret. There's driving series, there's a No Man's Land, there's of course the Cyberpunk cities that you're running around in. The details is just simply stunning how much is put into this game. I can't believe it. This is something we're going to get a chance to play this year. Nintendo Direct, yes! Oh, it's something I've already seen. Out of nowhere, Nintendo announced Paper Mario, the Origami King. Intelligent Systems is working on this game, and it's out now. You can go buy it. Now, Paper Mario has definitely been a wild series to follow. There's been many different interpretations of how to play Paper Mario. There's the original Super Mario RPG on the Super Nintendo, Paper Mario on the N64, Thousand Year Door on the GameCube. By the way, if you have that, sell it to me because I'm looking for a copy. 3DS, the Wii, Wii U, they've gone through painting with colors and splashing, and they've done everything. Now we get origami, and legit, the game looks fantastic. And what more can you say? Paper Mario RPG. And it's more less on the RPG side and more on the action side, is what the developers and the directors said that they wanted to focus on. But still, it should be a lot of fun. And I think I have it downstairs waiting for me. Also in the Nintendo Direct Mini, the Treehouse guys showed off Bakugan, Champions of Vestrioa, and WayForward, some of my favorite developers of Contra 4 and Shantae and Hyper Switch Force are behind this. And if you're a big fan of Bakugan, this should be a fun game to play. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Devolver Digital had their presentation, and for the past few years, their presentation has been really crazy. Nina Struthers has come out and she's eaten people, shot guns, and blown up, and done all kinds of crazy things. But Devolver Digital has done some really cool content, and this year is no exception. So you should watch the presentation because it's just completely out there. Make sure there's no children around because it's extremely violent and full of language, as I found out. Some of the games that I thought that were really cool that they announced were Shadow Warrior 3. This is by Flying Wild Dog, and it is a first-person game, shooter slasher, and it's really nice with graphics, lots of violence, lots of gore, lots of blood, but it's very stylish. I'm all in. I'm talking about Serious Sam 4 by Crow Team. I'm a big fan of the Serious Sam series. This is very Duke Nukem-esque era first-person shooting. Lots of enemies, and it's wacky and fun, and I'm looking forward to this. This is coming out August of this year. It's Serious Sam 4. A game that I'm super pumped about is the reverse horror game, the reverse horror monster game Carrion by Phobia Game Studio. I saw this a couple of years ago at PAX, I think, and you are this big red gloobly monster, and instead of you playing as a good guy shooting up a monster, you're the monster and you're trying to eat everybody. It's glorious. It's fabulous. The graphics are 2D and sprite based and wonderful, and it's fun to play. So definitely check this out, Carrion, and that comes out this year. Again, you should definitely watch this presentation, because there's a lot of fake games that were announced too, like Sonic Fox talking about his furry fighting game number 4. And Bennett Foddy, because Bennett Foddy is releasing a game every 2 weeks, I believe. But yeah, those games aren't real. As you know, I'm a big fan of physical games. physical forever, digital, physical forever. And Limited Run had their presentation as well. Love these guys, Josh and Doug and Ben, Pete. They're all really cool folks. So give them your money. And I'm going to be giving them a lot of money because they allow a lot of things coming out physically. Some things I weren't expecting. For example, we're going to get Shantae and Shantae's Risky Revenge, again by WayForward. That's coming to Switch this September. Love the Shantae series. And I love the fact that we're going to be able to play this really expensive Game Boy game now on the Switch much easier and in a physical fashion. That's going to be awesome. I did not expect, as a Castlevania fan, the Castlevania Anniversary Collection to be coming out as a physical edition. So that means you're going to get Castlevania 1, Castlevania 2, Castlevania 3, Super Castlevania 4, Castlevania for the Game Boy, Castlevania 2 for the Game Boy, Kid Dracula, etc., 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 all in a physical box. That's fantastic. Now, I've already got this game digitally, but having a disc version of this, or a card version of this, is going to be awesome. So that'll be out Q3 of this year. I've already talked about Bloodstained Curse of the Moon 2. We're going to get a physical edition of that. Yes! We got a physical edition of Curse of the Moon 1 from Limited Run Games, so they're going to be gracing us with the sequel. So thank you guys for getting that done. We also saw some footage for Samurai Jack Battle Through Time. This is an Adult Swim game, and it looks really, really nice. The voice actors actually did a trailer recently, so you might want to check that out if you're a big fan of Samurai Jack and G Runner 7, who isn't, right? So this looks good, and we're going to get a physical edition of that this year. Maybe this year? Maybe late this year. We'll see what happens. Love RPGs, and I'm not the only one who loves the Grandia series. So Grandia HD Collection, which you can already get right now, is getting a physical edition. This is Game Arts and Sickhead Games doing the rescaling and widescreen interpretation of it, and that's going to be awesome. I love Grandia. It's up there with Lunar and Chrono and Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy. These are great RPGs, and finally people miss the Grandia series. My brother used to give me a hard time that I didn't play it on the Saturn. Well, now we can all play it, so that's going to be good. So check out Grandia HD Collection when it comes out. And there are a bunch of other games that Limited Run talked about. Katana Zero is getting a physical release. Grease, Space Channel 5 VR. Choo choo choo. The Friends of Ringo Ishikawa, which is a great fighting game, RPG fighting game, and Towerfall Ascension. Those are all getting physical games. So Limited Run Games is doing their thing. So definitely support those guys. Get your physical editions in right now. They just did East, Origins, and Garo, Mark of the Woods, and my wallet is empty. So yeah. Ubisoft decided to give us a presentation, and you know, we always get great content from those guys. So some of the things that they showed us was from last year, up for this year, is Watch Dogs Legions. It takes place in London, and anyone that you come across in the world, you can recruit and join the resistance. So that can be like, you know, stealthy dudes, or that can be droid masters, or that could be little old ladies walking across the street with tasers. I think it looks fantastic. I'm a big fan of the Watch Dogs series. I don't know where the underscore is. It used to be Watch_Dogs. I don't know what happened to it. But Watch Dogs Legions is coming out this October. It looks really good. We need another Battle Royale game. And Ubisoft is going to deliver with Hyperscape. Now, this is fun. This is a 100 players Battle Royale game. It's in beta right now. People who played the game have been enjoying it. I want to give it a shot soon to check it out. But it looks fun, it's futuristic, cool weapons, cool characters, everything that you need for a Battle Royale game, but with that Ubisoft flavor. So I'm looking forward to this, and go to Twitch and check out some streamers playing it. It's a lot of fun. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. This should be coming out this November. This takes place in England, and you're a Viking. And Vikings apparently didn't just go and destroy things. They actually had like a lot of history and accomplishments and other things I didn't know. Okay, cool. So I'm getting a history lesson like I usually do with these Assassin's Creed games. So that's coming out, like I said, this November. And it looks really, really, really pretty. I'm a big fan of most Assassin's Creed games, so looking forward to that. Looking forward to checking that out. Finally, the thing that I got super pumped for. Sure, let's check out Watch Dogs and Assassin's Creed, but I was all in for Far Cry 6. With Giancarlo Esposito playing the bad guy, the main bad guy, who, if you know who that is, that was the main bad guy, Gus, in Breaking Bad. He's the bad guy in this game, and the cinematic trailer of him with his son talking about how the people do not understand, that you fight for them but they don't understand. Like, I'm like, ooh, it's heavy and deep. And the motion capture and the voice delivery and the presentation, the cinematics. Wow, this is how you get me hooked on a Far Cry game. So hopefully, like Far Cry 5 also had a really cool theme, what it was going for, but it didn't really push the envelope. I don't know if this is going to or not, because this is based on a fictionalized version of Cuba. Well, it can really go in cool places, so I'm optimistic that we're going to see some cool things. So I'm all in. Far Cry 6 coming out next year. Check it out. I even watched the Google Stadia presentation. Does anyone have a Stadia system? And if you do you have the Pro subscription? Leave a comment down below and tell me what you're playing. Stadia is not terrible. Stadia is kind of fun. If you don't know what Stadia is, it's a Chromecast Ultra and a controller, and you can have games delivered to you instantly via this device on your TV or on your phone or on your computer. The concept is really neat, but it hasn't really had that much content. It launched with like Destiny and there's Samurai Showdown, and those games are pretty fast action games. But in order to play them streaming, like, there's a lot of technology and back-end infrastructure that has to be in place to make that work, and it actually works. Destiny was playing at 60 frames a second in 4K in HDR, and Samurai Showdown was actually, I was able to do my moves. Like, it's unbelievable. So now we're starting to get a little bit more content, which makes Stadia a bit more of a buy-in for this. And again, there's no install, there's no updates. You push the button and go. So like when I was trying to play Red Dead, and it took 3 hours for me to play the game. No, you put in the money and you go. So Google has some announcements. They are adding Sekiro from Software. This is a super fast action ninja game, katana game, similar to Ghost of Tsushima and similar to Nioh, which are out right now. You should check them out. I'm impressed if this can actually play. Like Sekiro, instantly anywhere I go on any device. Okay. Also, I'm a big fan of Bomberman. My kids have been playing Bomberman. I don't know how they found Bomberman. Maybe it was the Pandora Box 6 how they found Bomberman, but they love it. But now we're going to get Super Bomberman R online. And this is 64 players of Bomberman. Every time we do video game Armageddon at my house, every year we do this, we might do some different versions since we're all in quarantine this year, but we always play 10-player Saturn Bomberman. I can't even figure out how 64-player Bomberman is going to work. I guess this many in this team, there's some on the side. It looks really fun. And it also has a feature called Crowd Play, where if one of your favorite streamers is playing the game, you can click on a button and jump into that person's game just like that. And there's customizations. I can customize what my Bomberman looks like. And since Konami bought Hudson, so they own the asset. So you can get things like Snake as a Bomberman. Okay, sure, I'll take Snake as a Bomberman. Okay, you can customize your bomber dude and the bombs explosion and all kinds of cool stuff. This is coming out this fall. Okay, Bomberman. And out right now is Orcs Must Die 3 from Robot Entertainment. This is exclusive to Stadia. It's 2-player online, the Orcs Must Die. So you put traps in strategic places and try and kill all the orcs before they get you. It's like a tower defense game. And it's a lot of fun. Who knew? So yeah, there's actually content. This again, Orcs Must Die is out right now. Coming soon, we're going to see things like NBA 2K21, WWE 2K Battlegrounds, and by the way, can we please get back WWE No Mercy or N64? Can we get that back, somebody? Please hear me. Hello Neighbor is coming to Stadia. Serious Sam 4 is coming to Stadia. Outcasters currently by Splash Damage. That is also people who did Gears Tactics. That's an exclusive to Stadia. Like, there's actually good content coming out for Stadia, so this might be a good solution for, like, if you don't want to buy a console, you want to get some of these cool games, this is a good way to go. And it's not that expensive, $10 a month. Last thing that Stadia announced was some exclusive developers that are making exclusive content for the system. So we have Harmonix, who makers of Guitar Hero and Rock Band, so some sort of music game, I presume, is what this is going to be. And we're going to see Supermassive Games. These are by they made Until Dawn, which is a fantastic horror series. And we're going to get Uppercut Games, but they did Submerge. So exclusive content to Stadia. Maybe it's a time to pick up a Stadia. Last thing I want to talk about is the PlayStation 5 DualSense controller. Jeff Keighley of the Game Awards got a chance to actually play with the thing hands-on. And he did a show recently where he was just like, yeah, I can't believe I had a chance to play PlayStation 5. And I guess someone at Sony heard this and went to his house and delivered a system to him. But we got a chance to check out some more details on the controller. Astro's Playroom, which if you've ever heard me talk about Astro, the Astrobot, that game is fantastic in VR and it's fantastic on its own. This is going to be Astro's Playroom. It's going to be preloaded on every PS5, and it's not just a little demo. It is actually a multi-hour game, and it really takes advantage of every aspect of the PlayStation 5, and specifically the controller. So the controller has a mic on it, so you're going to be able to do things like blow on it. It has dual rumble, so not just, it's more like the HD rumble on the Switch Joy-Cons with haptic feedback, so it's much more subtle. So it feels, you can feel the game. There's a wide range speaker on the controller, so it's not like the PlayStation 4 is still shock, where it's just sounds coming up little titty things, a bit more wide, and it often works in tandem with the haptic feedback. And also really neat are the adaptive triggers on the back. So I'm pulling a trigger and it can give resistance like what would feel like a bowstring, or if I'm shooting a gun, different triggers could have different amounts of resistance. Actually feel different. Like, that's really blows my mind, and Astro's Playroom takes advantage of all these things. I mean, I'm super hyped and all in for a PlayStation 5 anyway, but the fact that we get this, not a demo, but a game to show off all the features, cool, I'm all in. And that is everything. Everything's going on until the next big thing, which is Microsoft. They're going to be the next event, so I'll try and get you some cool information about that as soon as I can. Thank you very much to every single one of our Patreon subscribers. We love you guys. We have a Redbubble if you want cool near mint condition swag. Please like, subscribe, share, smash that notification icon so you get alerts the second new content drops. And remember, gamers who play together stay together, so love one another, keep gaming, wash your hands, wear a mask, and take care of yourself. Peace.